Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's me, Play NegativeAE. Welcome back to Higurashi When They Cry. Last we left off, we had found out that we were in, some bad shit is happening. Satoko's uncle came back, and now we're up shit creek, you know? So I guess it's like, how are we gonna save this world, or how can we die as quickly as possible to get to the next one, at least? Um, the clinic hours are over for today. There's usually no one here after hours. However, since Tomitaki is here, they should still be inside the building for a meeting. I'm sure they're there. In front of the front of the door clinic is locked, as I expected. I'll go around to the back door and ring the bell. The whole clinic is nervous when Tomitaki is around. They usually ignore visitors, but I'm special. What's wrong? I heard you had an emergency. You needed me too? It doesn't sound good. EDA and Takano show up soon after I'm taken to the visitor's room. If Furude Rika has an emergency, then it's a priority for these two people. I'm the most important person in this village. Can it be? Someone is trying to get you? You are protected at all times by the elite security of the Mountain Hounds. They've been watching you since the day that we made that promise. Hehehe. I have no doubt about that. They saved me quickly when we had that incident with the 3 delinquents the other day. That's not it. I have a favor to ask. I want you to save Satoko from danger. What happened to Satoko-chan? EDA doesn't have much power alone, even if he really wants to save her. But Takano controls the Mountain Hounds, so she has power. In my previous lives, I was never able to get help from the Mountain Hounds because I wasn't getting along with Takano. Takano has access to Mountain Hounds? Is that like a security group? Like that's crazy. I feel like she could definitely be like a culprit and everything. She has access to a thing? This is way new information. But this world is different. I have a better relationship with her in this life. And she even kept the promise she made. I trust their ability completely now. Yojo Tepe is back? Or Tepe-san is back? That's horrible. It was mainly Satoko's aunt who was abusing her last year, but EDA knows that her uncle was violent with her too. They tell them that Satoko has gone back to the same condition she was in last year. I don't know what will happen. I need you to help me save Satoko. EDA seems to want to do something for her, but he doesn't know what he can do. What shall we do? Shall we call the police and let them know? I don't know about that. At this point, all he did was come back and take her in as legal guardian, right? It's not like she's been seriously injured by him. That's not the case, right? No. That hasn't happened yet, but it's a matter of time. Something bad is going to happen if we don't do anything. I hate to say that it's only a matter of time. I know she's going to get abused and how she's going to end up. I've seen it in the past. I really want to tell them about it, but I can't do that. It hasn't happened yet in this world, so they'll just think I'm only imagining it. I think you should call the the Child Consultation Center first. I remember. Satoko-chan made a false report to the Child Consultation Center before. I wonder if they would take her seriously. The answer is no. My friends contacted the Child Consultation Center several times in the past, but Satoko refuses them. She claims that she's not getting abused. The Satoko from Showa 58 might have asked for their help. But now, she's the Satoko from Showa 57. What does Showa mean? Maybe it's a little late for me to be asking that, but like, what does that mean in Japanese? Does that just mean like era or year? It's gotta mean like century or something? I don't know. For her, living with her uncle reminds her of the time that Satoshi was around. She feels like Satoshi will come back if she can live strongly without relying on her brother. Even if the Child Consultation Center takes the case seriously, it's just too late. I try to remember. In the most recent world I experienced, it only took a few days after Satoko was kidnapped by her uncle. It only took a few days for him to tear her apart. We have no time to waste. We have to take action quickly. We can't really do anything unless she seeks help. I think Dr. Idiot can call the police, but that's about it. I'm very sorry. That's not it. I want you to help her, Takano. Idiot and Takano look shocked, and they go quiet. They didn't expect me to seek help from Takano. You mean, you want us to take a much bolder action? I'm here to ask for that. I wouldn't be here this late otherwise. I understand, but... Idiot, if you want to save her, you have to listen to me. Please, help her. Something bad is going to happen in only a few days. It is going to happen. You have no time to relax. Don't abandon her. Don't you remember Satoko from last year? She's back to that condition already. It'll be too late if we don't do anything now. All I can do is stare at him. I hope Idiot can see the despair in my eyes. He remains silent for a long time. I can tell he's not looking for excuses to make. He's thinking seriously of what he can do to save Satoko from her situation. I know that he really does care about Satoko. Why I read sentences wrong sometimes. That's why I need his help. What shall we do? Idiot nods and looks up. I guess he finally came to a conclusion. I hope it's a positive answer. Takano-san, please do what Rika-chan wants you to do. Idiot, I remember how hopeless I felt when I couldn't do anything to save Satoko-chan last year. But I wanted to take this chance and save her this time. But, Doctor, Takano didn't think that Idiot would make that decision. Huh. She seemed shocked to hear his response. I would like to ask you as director of this clinic. Please help Satoko-chan. But to Idiot, what do you mean when you say help her? Please calm down. Satoko-chan is very important to us. She will greatly contribute to our research for a long time. Protecting her is considered one of your work orders. Idiot continues, though Takano tries to persuade him. Idiot Kyosuke is asking you as your chief. Please save Satoko-chan. I stare into Takano's eyes together with Idiot. I thought you and Satoko were friends. Please help her as her friend. Help her, huh? That's a hypocritical way of saying it. You're not telling me to kidnap her and lock her up somewhere safe. You want me to help her so that she can live a happy or normal happy life. In other words, you want her uncle dead, right? You have the right to make the ultimate decision of how you're going to save her. Why does Takano have this much power? How does this... How did she procure this much power? She has... We're just dropping the bombshell that she has an army that she's capable of sending to go kill somebody? What? Like, that's big news that maybe we should have learned earlier. Talk to EDA. No, Chief. If we carry out your order, both you and I will be responsible for it. Are you sure you're ready for that? I look at his face. Unlike me, EDA has many things to lose. I know that Takano's words can shake him emotionally. However, EDA is determined. I don't mind. Even if I'm being punished for it, it's better than betraying my own heart. That is impressive. You don't even know what inquiry is all about. If you do it quietly, then they may not find out about it in Tokyo. Everyone would be happy that way. All risk, no reward. If you want, I'll show you more treasures in the shrine. I'll never restrict you from seeing those things. But please help me. The risk she's taking is larger than the reward I'm offering. But that's about the only thing I can offer her as a reward. I don't care about the traditions of my Furude shrine as long as I can save my friend from her suffering. Fine. I don't want to be the bad guy here. She forces a smile and accepts my favor. Thank you, Takano-san. I want you to make the decision of how to save her. I will have a meeting with the Okonogi later to plan out the mission. Not later, it has to be now. She promised to save Satoko, but she's still not motivated for it. It'll be too late if she doesn't do something right now. I try to make Takano understand that this is an urgent matter. That's right. Rika-chan and I want to see some kind of result right now. Sorry for asking you at this time, but can you contact them now? You guys are so passionate about her. Okay. It might take a few minutes. Thank you very much. No problem. It's an order from my boss. I'll do whatever I can do. Rika-chan, don't forget that promise you just made. I promise. I'll even serve you some rice and cake and tea when you come to the shrine. Takano smiles slightly and leaves the room. We start feeling relieved as the sound of her footsteps fades away. Urie offers me something to drink, but I refuse. It seems like everything he thinks is taken care of. It seems like he thinks everything is taken care of now, but I can't relax until Satoko is physically back. Urie. Does she have enough medication with her? Her uncle will keep her locked inside the house, so she won't be able to come here for a while. Fortunately, I gave her a stock of medicine and needles last week. She should be fine for a while. However, her mental state can't be controlled by the medication. If she gets too stressed, it can really damage her. It will happen within a few days. Takano is not back yet. I thought it would be bad news if she came back too early. But I'm starting to feel nervous because she's taking so long. Urie insists that I should go home because it's getting very late. But I can't go home and relax until I hear from her that everything is taken care of. I have to wait for her to come back. I need to deal with this tension until then. Over an hour later, Takano finally comes back to the room. I'm sorry it took so long. How did it go? She's looking for the right words. I get a very bad feeling from her reaction. I'm sorry, but it's not that easy. Why is that? There was a murder case in Okinomiya not too long ago. The police are targeting the Hyojo Tepe as one of the suspects. Murder case? What do you mean? A lady named Mamiya was murdered for embezzling the Sonozaki family's funds. Police are looking closer to the relationship between the Sonozaki and the Hyojo families. That lady turns out to be Hyojo Tepe's lover. Watanagashi is getting closer too. The police might want to prevent the 5th curse of Oyashiro-sama this year, and they're assuming that Tepe Hyojo will get targeted as the victim. So what does that mean? If they keep their eyes on Hyojo Tepe, they believe that they can arrest the murder suspect of Oyashiro-sama's curse. So, you mean... Rika-chan, I'm very sorry. But the mountain hounds can't do anything to him until the police have stopped surveying him. No. I thought the mountain hounds could perform any difficult mission. That's only when we plan it out carefully and with extensive preparation. Usually we take a long time to observe the target and we look for the right opportunity. Why are we... We're just glossing over the fact that Takano has an elite squadron of people on her side. Is she really crazy? In the last one, we like branded her as like a crazy person because she wrote all this stuff about like diaries and stuff. She's part of like an elite gang that like carefully organizes like their hits. What? She has so much control that she can order a hit on somebody like next day, except for this specific circumstance. What? Why are we just glossing over this whole thing? Remember, we are a secret organization. We must remain out of the spotlight. If our secret is revealed, everything is over. It's too risky for us to target someone like him. Then when is the right opportunity coming? It'll be after Watanagashi at the earliest. After the festival, the police will stop watching him. It's too late. He's saying it will be after Watanagashi. I don't even know if there's a day after or a year after Watanagashi. Oh, okay. If that's a day after a year. She also said it usually takes 6 months to prepare this kind of mission. That's too long. I thought this world was different. Okay, so it takes 6 months, so it's not that impressive. But the way she was talking about it, it's like, oh, she could do it, but the Watanagashi and the police are watching him, so we can't. I feel like, I don't know. I thought this world was different, but that hope is slipping away from my fingers. So how can we save Satoko-chan? I think it's best to follow the rules. We should report to the police or the Child Consultation Center. We can even talk to the school. Did that so many times, but it never worked. Yurie and Takano are surprised. They never expected me to raise my voice. In fact, I didn't think myself that I would react this way. I can't keep my emotions in check anymore when Takano suggests all those meaningless solutions. I've cooperated with you guys all this time. I never asked for anything, and I just gave you my support. But now you can't save Satoko? With all that power you have, why are you so afraid of saving Satoko? The police and public services are useless. You guys only take advantage of us and never help us. Fine, I get it now. I know now that this world is nothing but a dead end. I'm not interested in you guys anymore. I won't care about this world anymore. That's right, I can never get away from my fate. It's the same old fate I keep on repeating. You just burn to death in the mountains. You take sleeping pills and commit suicide. I'll die like I always do too. I'll lose my life without knowing how I'm killed. This life is nothing but a dead end. I was born to be killed in this world. Die, everyone, die. There's no meaning to this world anymore. I said all that? I said that out loud? I was like, this has to be my thoughts. There's no way that I'm saying this. That was in quotations. Can't put an I missed that. I can probably scroll back up. Can't put my words into emotion anymore. And I started to cry. I was so lucky up until yesterday. I had so much hope in my heart, but now I'm devastated. I think everything is falling apart now. I lived for more than 100 years. I've lived longer than a normal human lifetime. I thought I was blessed with good fortune for the first time in my life. This is never going to happen to me again. I thought a miracle was happening to me, but everything is shattered now. I cry and curse this world. I need to give up on my life now. Satoko will be waiting for me with a smile in my next life. I want to go see her, but what will happen to Satoko in this world? What will happen if I abandon her? I don't know, and I don't care. Satoko, Satoko, Satoko. I'm a witch who's been living for 100 years, but I still can't get rid of the human emotions in my heart. I didn't get anything to eat because Satoko was supposed to be making dinner tonight. But I don't have an appetite anyway, so I think I'm going to bed now. But I still have to make lunch for tomorrow. Satoko might come to school tomorrow. I rinse the rice, hoping that I won't have to waste the lunch I'm about to make for the two of us. But I need to stop thinking that. I know it's a waste to make her lunch. I already know that Satoko is not coming to school anymore. I feel so sad as I rinse the rice. Tears start dropping down onto the rice, or into the rice as I think about her. Why is this happening in this world? I thought everything changed when Keiichi gave that doll to Mion. In that world, Mion pretended to be her sister for a week and got closer to Keiichi. But that's not happening this time. I thought we would have a good time until the festival. Huh? I feel so strange. The club activity was 2 weeks before the Watanagashi. I realized something. The club activity was exactly the same, but it happened 1 week earlier than in the world I know of. It was 1 week earlier than in my previous life. That's right. I thought I was familiar with this world, but I think this is a different world where things are mixed up. That means that even though Keiichi gave me the doll to Mion, that didn't solve everything. I thought I was getting lucky. I was confident that everything was going to be okay. I stopped making an effort. I knew there was a possibility that Satoko's uncle was coming back, but I let her go do the grocery shopping. I would have been more careful and kept her home if I knew that he was coming back to get her. I should be more careful in my next life. But there won't be a next life like this. I don't get lucky that often. Even if I locked Satoko inside the closet, it would be over if Rena's father messed up or something. Or if Keiichi lost his mind. I have to clear up everything that's not within my reach, and I also have to make the best effort I can. Without that, I can't overcome the fate of Showa 58. In this life, I may be able to overcome my deadly fate with Takano's help. Satoko will not be there in my future. It defeats the whole purpose. My goal is to survive this year while laughing with my best friends. I don't want to sacrifice Satoko in order to survive. I don't want to live in a world without her. I was blessed with all those fortunes, but I still can't defeat my destiny. I ruined everything because I stopped working hard. I will never again have a lucky life like this. I lost my first and last chance. I cry and scratch the floor. I don't know if I should curse my fate or curse myself for not making enough effort. I realize Hanyu is standing in front of me. I don't know how long she's been standing there. She just stares down at me with a look of pity on her face. Hanyu, I know what you're trying to say. You want to tell me that you told me not to get my hopes up. No way I wouldn't get excited. This is my first time being blessed with so many fortunate circumstances. I believed everything would go well. But you were always telling me not to expect too much. She probably felt strange at the toy store that day. She realized that the date was 1 week off, and this was not the same old world that I knew. That's why she knew that I still shouldn't be too excited about this life. I've been with you for a long time, so let me tell you this first before you ask me. I didn't think this would happen in this world. But I have to tell you one thing. The fate in this world is very random, and you can't take everything too seriously. There are 6 sides on a die. That's the reality, and it doesn't mean that 6 is the best number. I should just take any number that I roll. I shouldn't be disappointed if I roll a 1 a few times in a row. It's pathetic that I thought rolling a 6 was the best attainable result. I still have many things to learn, even though I've been living for more than 100 years. I told you several times, but this world is not a miracle. If you wait patiently, you will come across a real miracle someday. How many decades am I supposed to wait patiently? How many centuries do I have to wait? We don't have much power left anymore. I don't think we can go back to a time before June of Showa 58. We can rewind time less and less. You're telling me just to repeat that short time for years? I almost lost my mind when I was repeating a few years over and over again. But you're telling me to repeat 1 or 2 weeks for years until that miracle happens? It's impossible. I was betting on this world. I bet all of my coins on this one world. And lost. I lost all of my coins to this fate. I have no more coins left in my heart. The coins are known as hope. What is this, Danganronpa? I have no energy for hope in my dreams to come true. Rika. I lie on the floor as if I collapsed. The floor is supposed to feel cold, but I don't feel anything. I lost all of my hope. I thought people could survive as long as they had some bread and water. But that's not right. People can't live without hope. People can survive because they believe that something good will happen to them eventually. As long as they keep living. Ain't that the truth? But that's normal for people who don't know what awaits them in their future. There's no such hope for a witch like me. I don't care about anything anymore. I don't care about this life, and I don't care about the next. I just want to disappear and become ash. Please don't say that. Rika, Rika. Anya's voice gradually fades away. I slowly lose my senses. I lie down on the kitchen floor and let myself sink into the darkness. GG, well played. Game over, Rika. Maybe Rika... Oh, wouldn't that be sad? Oh no, what if Rika has to die for everyone to be happy? I don't know how I would feel about that ending. I feel like they won't do that ending. Rika, like, dies and then, like, everything, like... Oh my goodness, that would be such a sad message. What kind of message would that be? I drag my body to school, hoping that Satoko might be there today. But just as I expected, there's no one sitting in her seat. I feel more devastated after seeing her empty seat. I have nothing left to bet. All I can do is get hurt and suffer this devastation. Blood flows out from my broken heart, and it finds a way out through my eyes, in the form of tears. Something wrong, Furude-san? Is Hyojo-san absent today? The whole class is wondering why I came in late today, and why Satoko is not with me. But no one here can help her. Can't rely on any of them. No one has the ability to save her. Why should I smile at these useless people? This world is ending soon anyway. If I don't do anything, I'll be killed soon after the Watanagashi festival, and I will be going back to the beginning of this month again. I'm going to live in the June of 58th year of the Showa era forever. Oh, it's an era. Got it. I'm locked inside this time period. Even my death scene won't set me free from this prison. Please, talk to me if something happened. Where is Hyojo-san? Is she sick? Shut up. The whole class gasps. They never expected to hear this from me. This is the first time I've spoken like that in front of my classmates. Yeah, what happens if I just go full, like, fuck you? I have no parents. How am I going to be disciplined? They can put me in detention. I have nothing. Right? Like, what are they going to do if I just, like, hey, fuck you. Bye. You know? Nothing. Teachers are going to be worried. Maybe the police will come by and, like, talk to me. I don't know. I feel like I could just not do anything. I stand up from my seat. If Satoko is not here, then I don't want to be locked inside this humid place. I'm going home. I'm not coming in here anymore. Goodbye. That's exactly what she's doing. Yeah, like... she didn't actually say that? However, I still have a small hope that Satoko might show up here tomorrow, so I keep myself quiet. However, Chie won't let me go. She grabs my arm and drags me to the teacher's office. She tells me to take a seat on the couch by the principal's room. She doesn't have a right to tell me what to do. I could just leave through that open window. I don't have that kind of energy, so I just sit on the couch as she told me. I realized I don't even have the energy to be rebellious. I think Satoko is feeling the same. She's lost the energy to rebel, and that's why she's obeying her uncle. Furude-san, please tell me what's going on. I'm sure I can help you. Chie talks to me, but I know she's just talking. All she can do is call the Child Consultation Center. She won't go to the Hyojo residence and force Satoko out of there. There's no point in talking to her about Satoko. If I talk to her, she's not going to keep it to herself. Next thing I know, everyone will know what's going on with Satoko. That's only going to add chaos to the situation. If they call the Child Consultation Center, the staff will go there and visit Satoko. Her uncle will deny the abuse, and Satoko will also deny it because of the guilt she feels for Satoshi. Then they'll find out the false reports Satoko has made before, and they'll decide not to proceed any further. The uncle will allow Satoko to go to the school for a few days, but the abuse will get worse because he thinks she's the one who called the child consultation center. He'll do horrible things to her, just like her aunt did last year. Calling the child consultation center will not help Satoko. It will instead put her in an even worse situation. It's better not to notify them. But that doesn't change. Wait, that doesn't mean the world will change. No. Nothing is going to change. There's nothing we can do once this unfortunate fate takes over Satoko. You say Hyojo-san's uncle is back? Is that true? I realize I answered all of Chie's questions without noticing. I know that nothing will change whether I speak to her or not. That's why I told her everything. Just because I have no energy to rebel. I understand what's going on now. This is horrible. So, now that you know what's going on, what can you do? Chie answers right away. I will visit her house today. I need to see Satoko-chan and talk to her first. Then if there's a problem, you're going to call the child consultation center, right? They have a record showing that she made a false report in the past. They'll never do anything unless there's proof of abuse. They're just like the police, who don't start the investigation until someone is dead. They won't do anything unless Satoko is killed. When that happens, this is what the school, the child consultation center, will say. We never saw this coming. Satoko, or she was such a bright girl. Ah ha ha, you kids are idiots. I believe that the people from the center will do something about it. I will make sure to tell them that she needs help. You've done that same in previous lives too. I won't deny her passion, but I can't say that there's meaning to that passion. The problem is not with her. The problem is with them. No matter how hard Chie tries to seek help from the service, it means nothing as long as they have a negative notion about Satoko. It doesn't matter if she has proof of abuse or not. I suddenly hear a voice from the hallway. It's Shion's voice. Chie asks who it is, and Mion tries to hush Shion up. I guess they were listening to our conversation. They were having a small discussion outside the door, but Shion actually made a loud noise. She gets so excited sometimes. 4 people come into the room from the hallway. They're Mion, Shion, Keiichi, and Rena. I told you to stay in class. Go back to the classroom. We can't, not in this situation. What are you going to do if something happens to Satoko? Do you want to be responsible for that? There's no time to waste. We have to do something right now. My sis is saying that things will get worse unless there's some kind of proof of abuse. But it'll be too late once there's that proof. Do you want to see Satoko dead, Mion? That's not what I'm trying to say. Like I told you, Satoko once made a false report to the abuse hotline, and they have that record at the child consultation center. Without any proof, they won't investigate her case any further. Just think about what that means. It'll only make her uncle more furious. Satoko's situation will get even worse. What the hell? They're supposed to help her before something happens to her, right? They're not going to do anything unless she's seriously injured from abuse? Calm down, you guys. I feel the same way as Shi-chan and Keiichi-chan, or Kun. God, those endings I will never get. I imagine from the endings you can tell who's older than who and what's going on. I think Keiichi's like... Keiichi and Mion are the smartest, right? From way back in the first episode, they were explaining who's and what. I don't know. But we need to think about what we can do. What can we do? Talk to the child consultation center? I'd do so if they were definitely going to help her, but Mion said they most likely put a hold on her case. Right. Unfortunately, that's what I think they'll do. Just like last year. On top of that, she was in a worse situation last year. They put a hold on the case even though Satoko was already in horrible shape. But this time it's only been a day since his uncle took her away. Plus, her uncle has legal custody of her. We don't have to go through that route. All we have to do is kill that pig. Shi-chan, you can't do that. Satoshi-kun wouldn't want that. But how should we save Satoko? Satoshi-kun told me to look after her. I have to do what I have to do. Why should we wait until Satoko gets abused? Are you going to call the police when you see a crime going on in front of you? Is that what you do? No. You have to stop it yourself. Calm down, Shion. You're the leader of the Sonozaki family, aren't you? Use your power and save Satoko. You can do it, can't you? You have enough power to save Satoko. I know that Grandma doesn't want us to interact with the Yojo family because of what happened during the dam conflict. The Sonozaki family doesn't care what happens to Satoko. If neither the Child Consultation Center nor the Sonozaki family can save her, I have to do it on my own. I'm going to do it. I'm going to kill that pig. I'm going to do it right now. It's not going to take more than 1,500 seconds for me to get to her house and stab him to death. What can you do in 1,500 seconds? You can't do anything, can you? I'm going to do it. I'm going to help her. Let me go. I'm going to kill him right now. Be quiet, Shion-san. Stop saying that or you're going to get in big trouble. They are desperately discussing how they can save her. Sit on the couch and just stare at them vaguely. I've seen this same discussion many times in different situations. I'm tired of listening to it. The only difference is that everything is happening a few days earlier than usual. Rika, it's okay. I'm not going to expect anything more. I don't have any hope left in my heart. Hanyu makes a sad face. I don't know if she's sad about our fate, or she's taking pity on me. Just as she promised, Chie goes to Satoko's house after school. It's only been a day since Satoko uncle took her away. She can't tell if she's abused her already or not. If Rika and the other students didn't make a big fuss about it, Chie would have waited a couple days before going to her house. But she knows about what happened to Satoko in the 57th year of the Showa era. She also knows that her uncle was abusing her just like her aunt, and that she had neglected her for a year and that he left Satoko alone. Considering those factors, it might not be too soon for her to make a visit to the home. Satoko didn't show up in school today. No one called the school to explain her absence. That alone is proof that her uncle is not taking responsibility as her guardian. Chie is going to her house to see what is going on with her own eyes. She parks the car in the street and checks the map she bought from the school. It says Hyojo residence on the sign in front of the house. She's sure that this is her house. The window on the second floor is open and she can see the curtain hanging there. She can hear the laughing voices of several old men. No one answered the phone when she called right before she left the school. She also hears the noise of mahjong tiles along with their voices. She never played mahjong before, but she has a pretty good idea from the way those men are talking. If they are playing mahjong, there must be 3 other guys inside the house. Her students have told her that Satoko's uncle is a very violent man. She is a teacher, but she's also just a young lady. She feels hesitant to ring the doorbell considering their disgusting laughter. But her courage drives her forward. She makes the decision and rings the doorbell. She hears the bell ringing inside the house, but the laughing voices continue from the second floor. It seems they didn't hear the doorbell. She rings the bell again, and this time the laughter stops for a moment. No one must have heard the sound. But soon after, they start laughing again. It doesn't look like anyone is coming to the door. She thought someone heard the bell, but perhaps not. She's sure that someone is home. She can't go home just because no one answers the door. She knocks on the door and screams loudly this time. Hello? Are you home, Hyojo-san? Finally, the laughter stops and a guy with a scary look on his face opens the door. Who the hell are you? Shut up and get the hell out of here. Chie feels intimidated by him, but her heart... My frickin' fingers, dude. But her heart is filled with teacher's pride and responsibility. Are you Hyojo-san? I am. Before she can introduce herself, Teppei yells at her. Just shut up. Jesus. I don't need no newspaper, milk, or insurance. I'm busy right now. I'm working. The people in the room laugh when he tells her that he's working. Chie won't give up. She continues to speak. I'm a teacher from the Hinamizawa school. My name is Chie. Is Yojo Satoko here? Huh? What the hell? What do you want with Satoko? I came here today because she didn't come to school today. I wasn't able to get a hold of her, so I'm wondering what happened. Huh? School? Yeah, is she home? I need to talk with her. She's sick. That's right, she has a cold. Satoko is resting because she has a fever. I need to give her some handouts. May I please see her? You idiot. Weren't you listening to what I just said? Satoko is sick. She's sleeping right now. I can't let you see her. I see. Do you think she can come to school tomorrow? Who knows? I won't know until tomorrow. You idiot. I see. Alright. Well, please tell her that I came by. Thank you. Chie bows, but by the time she lifts her head, Tepe is no longer there. Okay. When Chie gets back to school, several students come out from the classroom. They're Keiichi, Rena, Mion, and Shion. Rika is also inside the classroom, but she won't come outside. How did it go, Sensei? You went to Satoko's house, right? You guys were waiting for me. Chie-sensei, how is Satoko doing? Was she okay? Well, I didn't get to see her. What the hell were you doing? You're a teacher, right? You just came back because they didn't let you see her? Stop it, Shion. That's about what we expected. I'm sure Satoko has a bruise on her face by now. That's why he didn't want you to see her. You should have just ran into the house. I don't even trust you anymore. I'm sorry. Stop it, Chi-chan. She did the best she could. Now we know for sure. Satoko uncle is definitely locking her inside the house. We knew that from the start. Rika-chama's been telling you all day. We just wasted about half a day to find out if that's true. How the hell do you think you can help Satoko? Calm down. Let's make a plan. We care about Satoko just as much as you. We're not going to abandon her. So let's come up with something so we can save her. I already gave you my opinion, didn't I? It's the best solution. I can handle it all by myself. I only need your help to hide his body. Shi-chan, stop it with that violent idea. Murder is a serious crime. It's the worst thing you can even think about. And give me a different idea. Coming from fucking murder happy. Gosh darn it, dude. Murder happy Rena is like the biggest idea in my mind. Even though I don't know if did she actually murder in any story except for her own? Possibly. Besides that one story? Anyway, can't say anything. I have to save Satoko in 1,500 seconds. I'll just drag his body and dump him in the Onagafuchi swamp. I don't even need your help, sis. What's wrong? Why don't you come up with other ideas to save her? It's not the point. You're only coming up with that idea because you're thinking about it on your own. Let me tell you something. 1,500 seconds? That's taking way too long. I would save her within 1,000 seconds. If I were you, I would just leave here silently and do what I want to do. Do you know why I'm not doing that? Because someone told me before that even if it's the only option you have, murder is still something you shouldn't commit. It's not a right thing to do, and it's never the best thing to do either. You just think it's the best solution because you're not thinking right. Wait a second. I don't know who told me this, but someone taught me. If there's something that troubles you, you can't think about it all on your own. You can't think your own shortcut is the solution, is the best way to conclude things. We should all think about it together. If we all brainstorm together, I'm sure we'll come up with a better solution. It's not about whether my idea is right or wrong or right. Just think about it. Every minute we waste puts Satoko in more danger. Do you hate the Hyojo family that much? No one is supposed to help Satoshi-kun and Satoko no matter how much they are struggling? I'm going to help her. Get out of my way. I'm leaving right now. I'm going to stab that loser and save Satoko. No, Shi-chan! You guys should curse yourselves. Curse your powerlessness. Just gather and brainstorm for another idea. You'll never come up with one. Just go ahead and neglect her. You never care about Satoko. You only think of her as someone to play with. But I'm different. She's more than just a friend for me. She's like my family. I care about her more than you guys do. I'm going to kill him now. Goodbye. Wait up. What is it? Are you trying to stop me? Shion. You're not understanding even half of what Rena is trying to tell you. What? I totally understand what she's saying. She's being hypocritical for saying that murder is wrong, but she still wants to help her, right? Shion, do you think Satoko would appreciate it if you saved her by committing murder? I'm not trying to seek her appreciation. I don't care what happens to me. Her happiness is all that matters. That's not right. You're talking, though, but I know you're scared. In fact, you asked Mion to help you hide the body. That means that you wish to have a normal life after killing her uncle. You want for us to all be happy just like a few days ago. You want us to go back to where we were. But if you murder him, those days will never come back. Do you think you can really commit a perfect crime? You'll be arrested for sure. I don't care. I would gladly do the same behind bars, or do some time behind bars if it meant I could remove Satoko's pain. That's not what you really want. You'd curse yourself if that happened. You'd regret you committed murder. Then you'd finally realize what you really wanted. It wasn't killing her uncle. It was staying happy with everyone. Your wish will never come true if you commit a murder. Satoko will also curse herself. She'll blame herself, thinking that she's the reason behind Shion became a murderer. And in fact, who's going to force Satoko to eat pumpkin if you get locked up? Who's going to talk about setting a mean trap with Satoko? You're supposed to do those things. Sonozaki Shion. You have to be at her side at all times. Don't kid yourself. What you're trying to do is not for Satoko, it's only a huge mistake. If that's what you're saying, then do you have any idea to save her? You don't, do you? You're such a hypocrite. Move. I'm killing him. I'm going to kill him now. Looks like Shion wants to be punched in the face. Keiichi blocks her way, standing in front of him, but Shion stares at him. Shion stares at him, but Keiichi smiles back at her as if she's challenging her. I can't let you go, Shion. We can't lose you from our lives. I'm not going to let you go. Is that so? That means you're siding with Yojo Teppei. You're just as guilty as him. I'm going to bust your head open and kill you first. Hey, Shion. Don't be stupid. Stop it. Shion-san, what are you going to do with that chair? Stop it. Put that chair down. He doesn't understand that I'm serious. I have to show my determination. You better get the hell out of the way now. Shion, I admit that I have no better idea at this moment, but that's just for now. I'm sure that we will come up with a better idea eventually. I guarantee it. I promise you that we're going to save Satoko. Please, trust your friends. I'm afraid you're committing murder for... If you're afraid of committing murder for Satoko's sake, you're not my friend anymore. I'm not going to tell you this again. Get the hell out of my way. You better relax and think about what you're saying. We will save Satoko somehow. Just trust us. Don't try and look for a shortcut. Trust your friends. She needs to be punched in the face. If my friend was acting like that, I would clock my friend in the face. I don't care who you are. I would just clock my friend in the face. I would try my very hardest to knock my friend out. And then when they woke up, I would explain to them that they were being an idiot. I can't trust you. What do you think you can do for her? Shion. Shion throws the chair at Keiichi. It hits him hard, and the chair falls to the floor with a loud noise. Keiichi doesn't even blink. He just took her frustration without resisting the attack. However, they soon find out that Keiichi was hurt. A string of blood runs down his forehead. Thought I would move out of the way? I'm not going to move from here even if you kill me. If I let you go, we're going to lose you from our lives. Satoko will think about you every day and her heart will be full of sadness. If that happens, there won't be anything we can do to delight her anymore. It's going to be a very sad life. I don't want Satoko to live in a sad world like that. The future we want is a fun and exciting one, just like what we had until a few days ago. Of course, I'm not going to let Satoko's uncle threaten her anymore. I haven't decided how I'm going to do it yet, but I will know soon. I promise. So please, just trust me. Shion is not convinced yet, but she walks to the window and takes a seat. Somebody rests a hand on Keiichi's shoulder. It is the principal. He's been there, listening to him for a while. Principal. Well done. Chie-sensei, I've heard what is going on. Sorry for being so powerless. I know it's only been a day, but I think this is an emergency. We should report this to the proper authorities. But Principal, she's called the Crowd Consultation Center before. They're not going to help her anyway. It's just a waste of time. Shion raises her voice. The principal looks at Shion and starts talking. Sonozaki Shion-kun. There's one word that I don't really like. You know what that is? It's what you just said. Anyway. That word means that you're admitting your failure before you even go out there and try. When you say that word, you will fail. I agree with him. I think we could try various options. Calling the Child Consultation Center should be the first option we try. If that doesn't work, we can try our second and third options. Don't give up before you try. That's just as bad as not helping her. If you're going to call the Child Consultation Center, can you make sure that they understand the urgency? Of course. Yojo-kun is my precious student. I'll do my best so that they will save her. And they will try to take action as quickly as possible, so if we call right now, they should get to her house later tonight. I hope they will help her. What if they just put a hold on her case? If that happens, we should come up with our next plan. As long as we don't give up, we can help her somehow. Whatever you guys say. Satoko is getting hurt as we talk. You guys are neglecting her. Shion, shut the fuck up. I just promised you. We are going to save Satoko. We're not committing murder, though. We're going to save her in a way that will make her happy. You just watch us. Ibara Keiichi is promising you. Shion stares outside the window without looking at Keiichi's face. How long is it? 53 minutes. Okay, I caught it just in time. And we'll try and find out the decision of the Child Consultation Center tonight. I'll call you guys when I find out something. I hope they will take her into custody. Can't be too optimistic about this. I think there's a huge chance they will put a hold on the case. What are we going to do if that happens? If that happens, well, damn it. Chie-sensei, let's go to the teacher's office. We need to make this call. Yes. We need to really explain this to them. They leave the classroom. Keiichi, Rena, and Mion get together and discuss their options. Shion is looking down and crying. Rika is just vaguely looking at them, as if she's staring at a boring TV drama. Nothing is going to change. The Child Consultation Center is going to put her case on hold. I've seen it too many times, or so many times in the previous lives. I almost hope that they will take her into custody just this time, but I have no more coins left to gamble on a hope like that. In a previous life, Keiichi killed Satoko's uncle, but Shion was not there when that happened. When Shion is here, I guess she takes the role of killing her uncle. Their pathetic hope will be crushed by tomorrow morning. The social worker will be at her house tonight, but Satoko will deny the abuse. Her uncle will assume that she was the one who called the service. He'll become more violent with her. She will come to the school tomorrow because she doesn't want the Child Consultation Center to be suspicious of him. We will feel more and more helpless as we see Satoko's dead eyes. I've been living for more than 100 years, but I've never defeated this fate. Fate of her uncle coming back. I was blessed with so much luck, and I thought I could defeat it this time. But in the end, it all came down to the same thing. It's a waste of energy to put in any effort. This is stupid. So stupid. The more I think about this unchangeable fate, the more the more I pity these people for talking endlessly about how they're going to save Satoko. Did we end perfectly? Oh my god. That's a perfect ending point. We got some tips to read, I think. Oh my god. That has never been a more perfect ending. Thank you guys so much for watching. Theories. I mean, I have a feeling that Satoko is gonna lose hope, but then like shit's gonna work out. But then like something's gonna happen. Like this world isn't perfect. I mean, and I guess it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be like cool, or like no one needs to be depressed, I guess, and no one needs to go crazy. And that's really the world that we're looking for, is a world where no one goes crazy and no one's abused. So if we think about it, I think that it doesn't matter if they save Satoko. I mean, it's going to happen. Satoko's going to be saved, and that's going to give Rika more hope. And then Rika's it's going to be crushed because Satoko's never going to return back to normal for some reason, or the murders are going to happen, and Rika's, or everything goes correctly this one, but I'd still get murdered. So then it's like, well, fuck. But then I realize who my murderer is, and then the next world is perfect. Also, we call demons, so like I'm pretty like content with where the story is going. We called that there was going to be demons. There is in fact one demon, so there's not demons, but there is one demon. So that's good. She has horns, so that makes her a demon. It's also weird that she was gone the entire time Satoko was gone. I'm curious to see how this ends, because we get to know who the murderer of what's her name is, and like what that means. Maybe it's Satoko. Oh, maybe it's Satoko. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you guys in the next episode, whenever that may be. Peace out, you guys.